What's up guys, it's Mighty Boa. Welcome to today's video. We have a complete beginner's caustic guide. Make sure to comment down what legend you want me to do next, but without further ado, let's get right into today's video. So how this is going to work is, first I'm going to be going over all of Caustic's abilities, and then I'm going to go over some tips and tricks, and yeah. So his first ability, or the first one we'll talk about, is his tactical. He can throw these Nox gas traps, and they activate when someone gets too close to them. And if you want to activate them before, you can just shoot at them, or to disarm them. If you're caustic, you can pick them up. You can just pick them up. It should prompt you to pick them up. But if not, you can shoot the bottom of them, and it'll just knock them down. You can have up to 6 of these on the map at a single time. If you place the 7th one, all the other 6 will just disappear. And so that's his tactical. But one thing to be aware of, so Caustic's passive is Nox Vision. So that means when you place your Nox gas, you can see through it fine, and it also doesn't affect you at all. You can still move at the same speed. But with other legends, even your teammates don't take damage, but it's very blinding to your teammates, and they move around very slowly. So that's one thing to be aware of. Though when you're fighting a team and you have a caustic on your team, if there's another caustic, the caustic should always prioritize the caustic, since his gas does not affect him. Because even if a caustic is in the enemy's gas, it's still fine. He can still activate enemy gas, but I mean, it doesn't do anything. But it does cause damage to his teammates. So that's pretty much his tactical. So now we'll talk about his ultimate. So actually, before we do the ultimate, like Gibraltar, he has Fortified. And that means incoming damage is reduced by 15%. So that means you're going to take 15% off of how much damage you would do is going to be taken off. And that same thing with Gibraltar. And then there's also a few that have low profile, which is damage is increased by 5% for the lower hitboxes. Caustic, along with Gibraltar, have the biggest hitboxes. And as well as all the legends run the same. It's just, you may think Caustic runs slower just because he's just so much more beefy. So I mean, that's why I used to feel like he always ran slower. But now we'll talk about his ultimate. So his ultimate is Nox Gas Grenade. Blankets a large area and Nox gas. So just like his Nox traps, which release Nox gas, we shoot it. Here, I need to pop one of these. But it's like a little grenade. And I am not sure I think if Watson's ultimate is in a room and you throw it in there, I don't think it's gonna work. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna pop it up on the screen right now. But it's basically, you throw a grenade. It's like a grenade, and then it pops a big area of Nox gas. It's especially great in like an in-game circle, because when the circle is like just around here, you can blanket the whole area, and it's really helpful. It does have a pretty long cooldown though. That's the only downside. But you still do have to be aware that your teammates are gonna be a lot slower and have trouble seeing in the Nox gas. So just be mindful of that. And then another thing is where Caustic is really good is in bunker. If there's someone in bunker and say you pick at them and you do a little bit of damage, they go into one of the rooms and heal. I mean, if you just throw a few of your Nox gas traps in that room, they're gonna be stuck and it's just free kills. That's one of the most toxic things Caustic can do. especially now that's ranked, is on Kings Canyon. You hate it so much when it happens to you, but it's so fun to do to other players. Yeah, that's covering all of Caustic's abilities. Now I'm going to move into some tips and tricks on how to use him. So Caustic is really good at bunkering down houses. So like if this was a house,
placing gas trap.
Just gas all the doors. Also, another thing you can do is, say I was in a corner and I wanted to heal, I could throw a gas trap. And now they cannot see me. I can still shoot though. I'm pretty sure you can still hit things. So you can still shoot out at people. And then also it can make good cover. So if you wanted to stand behind it. But you want to hide it. Like if this was a doorway, or if so if there was a door coming in right here, I would put it somewhere like right here. You don't just want to put it in the open where people can see it so they shoot it down. The only thing is Wraith can detect traps. So I mean if you trapped a house down, she may know that there's already traps. But I mean when the door, it can also block a door. But it makes great cover, and it lasts for
my vision is clear.
It lasts for about somewhere around 6 seconds. I haven't actually counted yet before it disappears, and it will stay there until it gets hit or you place more than 6 traps. And he's really good in like in game, towards the end game. Like if someone is stuck in a house and they only have one way out, just throw your ultimate or just put a few of your traps on the door and they're pretty much stuck. And another thing, Caustic is good for like if there's somebody in a house or there's a team in a house and they're really bunkered down, as long as there's not a Watson generator, then you can just throw your gas in there and get some easy kills. It's the biggest counter for camping. Also another thing, say both your teammates are down and you're in the middle of a fight. I would rarely ever do this, but you could throw your ultimate and get the revive for your teammates, as well as or also a good thing when you have when you're gonna revive or you're healing, to place some gas traps around you so you get notified if someone activates it. And you can also, when reviving, throw your gas trap, shoot it, and just give you a little bit of cover. Also, if you set a trap over a care package, you can send the traps flying. Because this little hill thing is here, they didn't really go flying, but normally they will. And if you shoot them right before it comes, it's like you can send it anywhere. And I mean, that'd be really cool if you got a kill that way. That'd be a really cool trick shot. He's also great at like 1v3ing, because especially if you have like a full team in a house bunkering down, you can just throw your ulti, a few of your gas traps, and you can at least get one knock, maybe 2, before they even know what's going on. And then it's just an easy fight to win. Also, another thing, I've already covered this, but it's great just to put his traps to get like notified when, if I was about to heal right here, maybe I would put a gas trap. Maybe I would set a few. And then maybe there's like a hallway here, and then I see that gas trap activated. Most likely he's gonna run back. Say that was like a hallway or something. He's gonna run back, and that's gonna notify me that I need to stop healing. Also, sometimes it's just good to just place hide a few gas traps randomly, and then maybe it's last squad and the circle's still pretty big, and then you see your gas trap is activated, and then you know where they are. Caustic is also just a really fun player to play and just to troll some of the other teams, especially in bunker. So I would recommend you playing him. You do have to buy him with legend tokens, but you shouldn't have to play that much to get all the legend tokens. And most of you all probably already have Caustic, so I'd recommend you play Caustic a little bit. I currently main Pathfinder, but Caustic is just really fun to play, so I play him every once in a while. I don't think he could be on a pro level just because of how he actually, how the gas slows the teammates and makes it harder for them to see. That's one of the only reasons. What I really wish is he would get a buff, and so in your team's Caustic gas, you can move at the same speed and see just fine. Maybe not see, but at least not be so slow. Either both or at least one of the two. Like either you can see or you can move faster. But that pretty much wraps up this guide. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe. Mighty Boa out.